Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another series review. I just recently had a chance to watch Emerald City. The title of the episode was called No Place Like Home, and it was the finale of Season 1. And in this particular finale, oh my lord, yeah, we're given full tilt, no holds barred justice. And Ozma has her way of dealing with Adrian, and he's actually exiled. And of course, Lucas slash Rowan, he was already taken care of earlier, and Dorothy gets some help from a woman in the prison of the abject, and we learn who the Beast Forever is. Of course, Frank, or Oz, thought that it was the witches that Glinda had, and nope, not even close. He was in the prison of the abject. And I had a feeling, I thought, this man looks utterly evil. And that whole thought about the flying monkeys, I was dead on from the very beginning. I thought, I knew it. They were droids, and they were surveillance that Oz had. And I thought it was funny because from the original, I always thought that the monkeys were Elphabas, but in this case, it's the wizard, and I think it actually works a lot better for the wizard to have it. I appreciate this new perspective and different way that Tarsem is telling the story in a more dark, kind of ominous veil. And of course, we get a witch back. However, she's still under the power of her mistress. So she tries to crumble the stone giant, and the stone giant destroys the pillar of Glinda's power, and you could see it's affected her gravely. I don't know if it killed her. It didn't really look like it had, because remember when Elphaba slit her wrists and we all thought she was dead? Well, nope. She didn't die. I was happy. I really like Elphaba. She is just an amazing character, and I adore her. They all have interesting backstories, and Jane, I had the feeling that she was Dorothy's mother, and Karen was just somebody that Jane put Dorothy into the care of. Now, I don't really understand. Jane built the machine, the weather machine, so I'm not really certain as to what motive she actually had in going to Oz. Who's her father? And we all know it's not the wizard, so if it's not the wizard, then to whom does Dorothy belong? Well, who is her father? That question is hanging, blowing in the wind as far as I'm concerned. Sorry, that was a bad pun. I really enjoyed this episode. It was just a very exciting, adventurous, action-packed episode, just full of twists and turns. And Nahara, she gave Dorothy the power to control the giant, which I thought was really great. Of course, I had a feeling about the man who was putting on the new skin and giving him that satanic power, the Beast Forever. And of course, we have a few plot twists that we weren't expecting, and I don't know if the Tin Man died or not. He was getting hacked up. That did happen in the original books, if I'm not mistaken. He was still alive, but he was strewn all over the place in Oz, so we don't really get to see his demise, so it leads us to believe that he is still alive. Ev is long dead, so he really doesn't have anything to live for. And with what happens in this episode, you kind of wonder what purpose he will have if indeed he is still living. And the end of the episode is very intriguing. She thinks that she sees Toto, but it's just an Alsatian. And Lucas actually comes to retrieve her, and he looks at the last line is very telling. He says, "I've come to take you home." I thought, So apparently Kansas is not her original birthplace. We all know that because from what Karen said, I mean, not what Karen said, but what Jane said. I put you in Karen's care. So it's maybe she had a similar story to that of Ozma. We don't know. So maybe season 2 will answer these questions. You just have to wait and see. But it gives us fans something to look forward to, and it's really a very intriguing presentation of the story of the Wizard of Oz in a way that's never been done before on a grand scale, with cinematography that's just straight out of a motion picture blockbuster film, as far as I'm concerned. And I like Tarsem. I love Tarsem's work, and he's a visionary and a trailblazer in many ways. It's pretty much all I got to say about this particular episode, and I'm looking forward to season 2. Other things I've been watching, I'm getting to the end of Grimm, which I'm going to miss, and I started watching The Detour. Yeah, it's rather raunchy, but there are some things in it that are just as funny as they can be. The Americans is coming back. I'm so excited. I hope Tyrant comes back too, because I love Tyrant. Mr. Robot, yes, please. I don't know if Outlander is or not, but they said they were working on season 3. Blacklist, I'm still a fan of that. Power Rangers Ninja Steel, I'm still watching it. I'm getting caught up with all my different animes. I watch Gundam. I watch JoJo. Of course, I told you about that. One Piece, which is a continuation from when I was younger. Naruto, Shippuden, and Hunter x Hunter, which Hunter x Hunter is probably my favorite of the entire group, because it's very much like Yu Yu Hakusho, and I just was a huge fan of Yu Yu back in the day. But it's unique on its own account. That's what I like about anime. You could tell a story, and it might be a similar tale, but they do it in such a way that it gives it a whole new spin, and the characters are very intriguing and unique on their own, and they have different motives and desires that are spurring them onward, and in this case it's a quest, and it all has they have different arcs that they tell the story through, and it's so amazing. I'm going to be watching part 2 of Spice and Wolf. I was finally able to acquire a DVD. Unfortunately, you cannot get a dubbed version of it, but I didn't really care. I actually prefer subtitled. But I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to do a review of it fairly soon. So until next time, live long, prosper. Ciao, Tootsie. Oh, by the way, before I say ciao, I have a new job. I already said that. It's kind of mundane. However, what I do is it's going to save some people's lives. So I've got, of course, so this week's over. So I have a 7-week learning period of getting this down pat. I just have to figure out a good middle ground. I like the people I work with. Everybody I work with is just uber awesome, and I'm so grateful. And I just feel like I'm being used where I am. I don't know what God has for me next, but whatever it is, it's like I told my friend, I said, I'm at God's disposal. Here I am, send me. And I'm sorry to wave my Christian flag, but whatever it is that I have to do, I'm up for it. And in August, I'm actually going to sign up when I get more money. But in August, what would have been Dad's 84th birthday, I'm going to skydive. Just because I feel like, I'm sorry to say this, he always said, skydive over my dead body. I'm sorry, Dad, but you said, and I'm going to do it. And I might be considered lulu, but you told me, so here I go. Wahoo! Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to do the whole package like I did with my zip line, and you saw the aftermath of that. That was just the beginner zip line, and I'm hoping that at some point in time I can do, more advanced zip lining, because it's so cool. It's so awesome. It's very exhilarating, and for a moment, maybe with that one, for a few seconds, you feel like you're completely liberated, and you're gliding, and it's like